Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, taxes. We're going to be talking about how and when your income is taxed. I call this the tax line. So let's draw this out here. Let's say that this here is a tax line. And there's three different ways that your money can be taxed. It can be taxed today, meaning that it's being taxed as it is being earned, or tomorrow. That's commonly called deferred, meaning that you put it in today and we pay taxes when we pull it out. Or it can be taxed never, what we call tax-free. So let's talk about some examples. Let's talk about some examples when of money that is taxed today or as earned. Some common ones are going to be a savings account, or a CD, an investment account, now that could be, maybe it's a Fidelity or Schwab or some sort of TD Ameritrade, some sort of account that you're investing, maybe mutual funds, stocks, or bonds. But every time that you make a sale, the income is going to be taxed. Also, what about your W-2? Isn't that taxed every time that you get paid? Or maybe you have a business, and at the end of the year, you have to pay taxes on all that you had earned. What about a pension? Now, if you're lucky enough to have a pension, if you work for a government but also, what about your Social Security? Isn't that similar to a pension? And that is going to be taxed, or technically it may be taxed. However, if you have other income from other sources, up to 85% of your Social Security can be taxable. And then there's rental income. Now, let's talk about some things that are taxed tomorrow. One of the most common is an IRA or a 401k, and also an annuity. And we're going to put real estate down here. Because when you buy a rental property, you have two pieces. You really have a business that's paying rental income, and then you have the asset of the rental property. So the rental income is taxed as you receive it, and the real estate, any appreciation, is going to be taxed when you sell it. So it's going to be taxed tomorrow. Now, let's talk about some things that are taxed never or tax-free. Whenever I ask people this, most people can name items that are taxed today or tomorrow. But I think it's kind of sad that people have a harder time naming items or accounts that can be taxed never. And but there's only three. And most common one people have heard of is a Roth. Similar to a traditional IRA, except for a Roth, as long as you follow certain rules, that money will or should not be taxed. Also, you may have heard of a 529 plan. That's a common tool that's used to save for a child's college, tax similar to a Roth, but as long as it's used specifically for college, it will be tax-free. And the last one is life insurance. Many people do not realize that the cash value growth and access to the cash value of life insurance is never is tax-free, as long as it's done properly. Now, let me ask you this. Which ones do you have? Are you above the line or are you below the line? And do you think taxes are going to go up? Do you think that they could go way up? And where do you want a bulk of your assets to be? Tax today or tomorrow? Or do you want them above the line? Tax never. That's what we do.